แล้วโอ้ยรถยังต้องจอดให้อ่ะเอ๊ะโอ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ย
You are now tapped in with Hood in the morning. Calling now.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. See, if that's not the realest shit in the world, I don't know what is.
Wasn't looking for love, I ain't giving up. And
Everything is clicking and working for
like
me.
a moving truck,
Don't judge me.
yeah. Euphoria, such a powerful energy. Gravity, what I've been needing all this time. Thought I was doing fine. Missing puzzle piece, yeah, you just fit. Tell me, where have you been? Where have you been?
Peace to the family. Before I start this live, let's shout out one Miss Levin Life. I sent you out your monthly Patreon reading this morning. Hopefully you get that in good spirits and good vibrations. Miss Levin Life, just give me a thumbs up if you got that email and you've been able to kind of listen to it and see if it's resonating or not. But I did send that out to you. Shout out to all my Patreon subscribers, the originators of the Hood Mystic channel, the supporters of the Hood Mystic channel. The reason why I get up here every day and speak this speak is due in large part to the Patreon family. So thank you to everybody that supports this channel, supports my family. I can't say enough about y'all. And every little dollar, every little positive contribution, every little like, every single share is appreciated, and I'm grateful for it because y'all don't got to do none of this shit. So with all that being said, before we start this whole situation off, gratitude, the collective press, you included in this whole conversation as well. Kim, I sent you out an email this morning as well, so shout out to the Patreon subscribers one more again, because without them none of this shit is popping off. So, you know, let's give a shout out to the Patreon family. Round of applause for the Patreon family for holding this whole shit down. So patreon.com/hoodmystic, and I just want to, you know, get that out the way. Man, shit has been, it's been a hey Tim, and by the way, Tim, I'm gonna send you a text message after this live just to touch bases with you. I've been like I guess busy ain't the word. I've been going through a lot of shit though, and not negative. Well, it's been some crazy, it's crazy out here, right, fams? Like, fams, what's fams, we gonna have to chop it, we gonna have to talk, right? We gonna have to get it, we gonna have to bring some understanding to this energy throughout this weekend. You know, Saturday and Sunday, I'm going into the lab with my man Nikos to come up with something amazing. Beyond that, you know, what is you doing? You know, don't, make sure that the business don't stop. Make sure that you ain't thinking about the end of the world and nothing like that. Because, hey, what a time to be alive. Like my man Moon just put down. What a time to be alive, family. What a time to be alive. Such a major shift. You niggas was praying. Shout out to all my people in college. Yo, y'all was like, I'm over this, right? I'm over this whole situation. Do you mean to tell me I'm gonna have to do this shit every day? Shout out to all the kids in school. Shout out to the people who working in environments where they get to work remote today. You know? Hey, and maybe it ain't happened for you yet, but it's happening. You either getting your crown or you getting your corona. Or you getting the actual corona and drinking it. But say it's your own, whatever road you want to travel down, that's the road that you gonna travel down. See, you can really travel down a real dark, fearful, crazy ass, retarded ass world if you want to. Hey, I can't stop you. However, man, we've been living, I realized, me and my family, we've been living in a quarantine for the past 5 years. We've been y'all getting to our level. Welcome to our world. Welcome to our world. You know, shout out to Mama Mystic for holding down the household and things of that nature. You know, Corona with a lime, you feel me? Corona with a lime, however you want to take it. You know, however you want to take it. And so I'm referencing an ideology, so we need to get them laughing emojis up. We need to understand, like, if you are very heavy-hearted going through this Libra Scorpion moon, oh man, everybody Egyptian, everybody Kemetic, right? Everybody conscious, everybody woke. But as the moon transits in the last decan of Libra, so let's just talk about it. So the moon yesterday was in the second decan of Libra, and if we reference the second decan of Libra, we're referencing the tarot card of sorrow, right? We're referencing the 3 of swords. So once that, oh shit, she said Lyme, like Lyme disease, or yeah, so niggas got cocktail diseases now. You got all types of shit going on with you. Why don't you drink some water, fam? You doing all of these spells and you ain't even drinking no water, fam. So this gotta be a funny, lighthearted episode just for the vibes and for the culture, because you gonna go all over the planet today and you ain't gonna get no vibes like this, fam. Because I'm doing my Anubis. I'm like Anubis' son right now. And I'm telling y'all about my daddy. And my daddy don't play. He said, you either going to have a light heart or you going to be suffering. You going to go to the underbellies of the scorpionic thing. And then you going to get, you know, all types of fear magnified up against you. However, if your heart is as light as a feather, you go to the field of reeds. Field of reeds is beyond reincarnation. So how are we going to go through this cycle and understand that it's fucking 100%, 110% spiritual? And man, you got to watch TV if you want to get the real, right? You got to watch that shit. You watch that shit and they'll get on TV. The most famous, most renowned scientists look you dead in the eye and say, nigga, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I gotta be safe out here. I don't know what the fuck is happening, y'all. I'm a renowned scientist. I got PhDs up the ass, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay? You gotta watch TV. You gotta watch TV. Because if you don't understand and digest that nobody knows what the fuck is happening, they just feel like, man, we did it. We did it with that Oya shit. Last week we was conjuring up that Oya energy. We talk about it. Don't, man, look. It's a culmination, vibration, sensation across the nation, right? Hey, welcome to the party. I'm off the Molly descending to the lean. I'm like, moving retarded. And I'm moving retarded, and welcome to the party. Hey, you feel me? Or it's like, oh shit, it's the end of the world. Oh my God, it's the apocalypse. Oh my shit. Oh Jesus, what we gonna do? Nigga, wasn't you just walking around here with a last week? Now you in panic mode. Okay. Now you on your YouTube channel trying to rally the troops. You got your goddamn now you a prepper. Last week you was Hotep, Mr. Hotep of the nation. You feel me? And now you a prepper. Now you scared. Hey, but this ain't church. This ain't church. Hey, say for instance, this world is over and we all about to die for coronavirus. Hey, you better make some love this weekend. What the hell? You about to go out? You about to go out scared? Hey, man, it's over. This shit is done, okay? We did it, okay? Niggas ain't going to sports. Niggas ain't watching nobody concert. Niggas ain't going to school. Niggas ain't going to nobody church. All of the shit that been holding y'all hostage, you free from, now your ass don't know what to do. Sounds very, very interesting to me, my nigga. Sounds very, very interesting to me. Right? See you at the crossroads. See you at the crossroads. So, I'm saying, right? If you ain't goddamn preppers, niggas turned into preppers overnight. I'm like, whoa, hold up. Oh, wait a second. I had to check my cabinet. Like, shit, do I got water? Yeah, you got water. All right, we good. What Dream Wise say? You could drink water for 30 days and be straight. Hey. I'm about to buy some water today. Every day I'm buying mad water just because I don't give a fuck, okay? I don't give a fuck, okay? Right? Because it's either spiritual or it's an agenda. It's the man. Well, the man don't know what to do if a virus come up on him. You got to look at the demographics of the whole situation. You got to look at the demographics of who this is affecting. Ain't it amazing? Hey, if I had a church band right now, we would. Man, I'm telling you, I promise you, I never caught the Holy Ghost in my life, but goddamn it, I feel like I'm catching it right now, right? I feel like I'm catching it right now, right? So you got your herbs, you got your water, you got your fishing pole. Hey, you got some firewood, you got a tree outside, you got a saw, you got a hammer, okay? You got love. Do you got love? Right? You got love? Okay. You got people that you talk to, that you deal with. You got a network, you got a support system. You've been So here we go. We at the crossroads. The Vishaka Nakshatra represents the forked road within Libra. So the stars that enter into Libra represent a forked road, meaning that there is only one way a person can go. If you deal with a forked road or a crossroads, there becomes a point where you have to make a decision. Do I go left? Do I go right? Or do I go straight? Deciding where you go is a primal choice that you make. The idea of accepting the crossroads and the decisions that you make, you own it, right? And you reference it through power, through dharma. What is dharma? Dharma is the reality that everything I'm doing is because I'm supposed to be doing. However, if you find yourself in a space or time where you're not doing the things that you are supposed to be doing on the daily, when the shit hits the fan, everything comes to surface. Now your ass don't got work and school to hide behind your parents and your loved ones. Now y'all looking at each other like, who the fuck are you, right? Right? Mind you, I'm around my family 24/7. We don't do the public school thing. We don't do the public school thing. We don't do the society, I gotta be at work at 9 o'clock shit. Because you gotta see these things happening. You gotta see these things coming. You gotta know how to understand the energetic frequencies. If you put yourself in a mode of survival, then the mode of survival is what you'll get in return. However, if you put yourself in a state of magic and you put yourself in a state of letting go, then however that returns to you. And if you say, for instance, I work 40 hours at a job, okay? And then when you get home, how many hours do you invest in your business, in yourself, in your service, in your products, in your cultivating ideas, or in your practical knowledge, education, Skillshare, YouTube, tutorials, this, that, and the third? I promise you, if you spent 40 hours on your personal endeavors, you would manifest some shit. However, you spend 40 hours on Facebook, YouTube, Netflix, so forth and so on. Obviously, we all do the entertainment, creative shit, but that's like 2 hours of my day, if that. Maybe I won't have a day where I'm doing no entertainment. I got an Xbox 360. I get down on NBA 2K. Follow me at the Hood Mystic, right? But you ain't gonna catch me on there all the time. After all my work is done, after everything is settled, after all my children are sleeping, after my wife is sleeping, and I have time to myself and I have energy, I'll crack open the fucking 2K and enjoy the fuck out of it because I work so hard on personally crafting my life. And so this is the decisions that I make to get me out of this fucking matrix. However, we can all make the decision to invest the time and energy in ourselves. So this is power, this is strength, this is brilliance, this is unrelenting focus, right? Unrelenting focus on what you call your life, right? As opposed to taking a whole chunk of my time and spending it on somebody else's dream, somebody else's vision. Oh, that burns me. That burns me. Right? That really burns me. So the Vishaka Nakshatra is really talking about a sense of purpose. I just use myself as an actual understanding of my own purpose. And maybe I'm simply talking to myself when it comes to my purpose, but I know my purpose is exact. Every day I move into my purpose in an exact understanding. So as we go through goddamn Libra into Scorpio, I don't give a fuck, okay? You gotta be so free. Your heart gotta be so light based upon, I lived through the bubonic plague. I lived through the Black Death. I was in Egypt when Moses came through and gave the 10 plagues and so forth and so on. So the Iron Age, the Bronze Age, the Golden Age, all ended with destruction, earthquakes, disasters, right? And I tell people this all the time. If a third of the population died, 2/3 of the population lived. I'm not playing lottery with you niggas. I know I'm not part of the percentage that's going to pass away. And if I do, oh fucking well. My soul is free, right? I don't have to do nothing but what I want to do from this particular point. So as long as we're able to understand the modality of death and transition, we should have that balanced out in our psyche, in our chakras. Because say for instance, the idea of death brings you into a negative state. Oh shit, you gonna be and I'm gonna miss everybody, and I'm gonna miss everybody, and I'm gonna miss everybody. Living in a hateful world, that's how we roll. Living in a hateful world, that's how we roll. And I'm asking again, that's why it, tell that we live and die. No, no. And I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all, and it should be gone. And when it's home, what they do is wrong. Ooh, gotta be strong. And I'm gonna miss everybody. See you at the crossroads, crossroads, crossroads. I ain't the one. You're not going to bring my shit down because you canceled the NBA. I only watch LeBron anyway, so fuck it. Like, you know, give me more time to focus on my studies. I wasn't going to Broadway, no way. So kids don't go to school. You know. And then the school and my family members that is in school, they get to work remote, so they get to chill out, veg out, you know. Go make them a sandwich. Work on this test. Okay. Shit. See you at the crossroads, crossroads, crossroads. See you at the crossroads, crossroads. So you won't be lonely. So you won't be lonely. You feel me? I really need y'all to call in. I'm not going to talk a lot, so be prepared to call in 385-799-9560. But the crossroads, so Nakshatra, the Vishaka Nakshatra represents a crossroad and it represents a decision. There is no right or wrong decision. Why would you make a decision and not embody it and trust in the decision that you make moving forward, right? If you believe in all of this fear shit, embody it. Go get you a goddamn mask. You know, hide yourself. You know, go build you a bomb shelter or shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know how to operate in fear. This ain't the fear channel. This ain't the fucking prepper channel. This ain't the fucking prepper channel. I don't got nothing to tell you about being a goddamn survivalist. I don't know about that shit. I only know how to give it up to the spirits and give ashe to my ancestors and thank them for giving me the proper guidance that I need in every moment subsequent after this. I had to build up my confidence in my ancestors, and I'm not going to give it up because I've been watching the goddamn news and niggas don't get to dribble the goddamn ball back and forth up and down the hoop and shoot it in the goddamn hoop. And I'm not disrespecting the goddamn art form, but shit, I'm not going to be triggered because I don't get to watch it on my goddamn highlights in the morning or hear Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless fucking talk about LeBron every fucking morning. Okay, I get to miss out on that. Oh shit, now what? Is my life over? Absolutely not. I see your ass at the crossroads though. So if we understand this, we can deal with the energy of Ishu, right? The energy of the crossroads, and where does the crossroads enact? Like, what is the crossroads in our body? Well, there's two crossroads. You have the upside down cross, which would be where the hip and the spine connect, and so that's evil, right? That's the upside down cross. But then you have the upright cross, which is the spine and where the heart and lungs, or like where your collarbone connects, right? And so that seems to be Jesus and the heart and Christ consciousness and you know all that. And that's what motherfuckers been vibrating on for the past 5,000 years, you know, the Piscean age and all of that. And as we move to the Aquarian age, it got to be something deeper and darker to which we have to bring to the surface, and that is the Kundalini energy. So Ishu is also at the crossroads of the heart and of the voice, of the words, of air, but then he's also at the crossroads at the base of the spine and able to distribute cerebral spinal fluid or electromagnetic energy that our central nervous system rules. And so when they reference Ishu being at the gateway, they're referencing Ishu being at the gateway of just how much spiritual energy can rise. However, we make the decision to raise the energy or not. However, when we view our world as just this external phenomenon of what can be digested or what could be absorbed or what could be consumed or what could be purchased and what could be worn and what could be accessorized and so forth and so on, then we don't understand the power that rests within our bodies and understanding how we raise up that energy. And this makes me think of the Instagram models. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the DMs. Shout out to the Hey Hood Mystic. I'm tapped in, but I gotta go make this money real quick. Shout out to y'all, right? And I reference them because they out there dealing with this energy. They're manifesting and magnetizing, and there could be a better way, sis. But hey, and no judgment from the Hood Mystic because I have a pass, right? I see you at the crossroads, crossroads, crossroads. See you at the crossroads. So when we reference Ashe, we reference the spiritual energy. That once we make a decision to say, I need all the Ashe that I can get right now. I'm making a decision to build my Ashe. Or I'm making the decision to be in fear. I'm making a decision to be in a negative space. I'm making a decision to be in whatever the world tells me to be in, right? Or I'm making a decision to understand my energy within, and I'm making a decision to build up my Ashe through meditation, through visualization, through spiritual practice, through ritual, through binaural beats, through lucid dreaming, through tantric sex, through group meditations, through staring your partner in the middle of their pupil and they staring at the middle of your pupil and you going into their soul and they going into your soul and you raising up your energy, you're raising up your consciousness. Every moment is a crossroads. Every day is a crossroads. Do I raise my energy or do I succumb to the physical world? And now that you at your house with your family and your kids, now you got to deal with it because you ain't been dealing with it. You've been passively listening to this shit while you going to work and you've been hating that fact. We talk about this shit every morning since I've been doing these lives. Why you don't call in? Shit, Hood Mystic, I'm at work. It gets to a point now that you got to think about it. And this is a digression. This is like a sidebar. But if you or anybody need water, let me know. I'll send you some via Amazon Prime, no matter where you at. You got to be, I don't know if Amazon Prime deliver to you, check that out first. And if you like, yeah, Amazon Prime do deliver to me, but I don't got no money, I don't got no car, or I don't have no access to water, let me know. Me and Mama Mystic will send you some water. You know what I'm saying? Let us know how many kids you got, so forth and so on, and things of that nature. We giving out water. So if you or somebody desperately need water, you can't help them, you don't know how to give help, make sure y'all reach out to me, hoodmystic@gmail.com, because as we move into this new energy, we all have to build up our water intake. Period. Shout out to the Instagram models. DM me. I don't want nothing. I just I love the Instagram. It's a back and forth thing. Like, I hate how Instagram be hijacking my algorithm. But when I want to go see the Instagram models, I want to be able to, when I'm catching a vibe, I don't want it to be force fed. But that's a whole nother digression. 385-799-9560. See, I'd be like, y'all, you give water. I give water to people, but at the same time, I'm a thirsty. You gotta be both sides, man. You gotta be issue out here. You gotta be a trickster. But more or less, we have to understand this energy over our nervous system. And if we are programmed in fear, we are shutting down our capacity to raise Ashe. A lot of y'all got on this live scared, bringing the vibrations down, man. Like, shit. We got to think about this thing internally. We got to understand all of this shit that we've been referencing. Because as soon as I'm scaring you, throw it out the window, fight or flight. We got to work hard to protect our central nervous system, our electromagnetic energy. 799-9560. Don't make me do it. I do it. I do it.
Hello.โอ้ยรถยังต้องจอดให้อ่ะเอ๊ะ
You are now tapped in.
Welcome. This service is provided by
With Hood in the morning.
freeconferencecall.com. There is one other participant in the conference.
Call in
Please
now.
announce yourself.
Dream, what's good, bro?
Hello?
What's good, bro? You hear me?
Man, your phone, either my phone sounded jacked up or your thing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me better now?
Oh, okay, I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to turn off this thing. Hold on, let me turn this thing off. Hold on. Yeah, it was good.
Chilling, man. Just chilling, bro. What's good with you?
Shit, seen that movie.
See, that shit was good, man. I really liked that movie. Like, it made me feel good watching it. It was a feeling.
Wow, yeah, it was just amazing. Like, wow, all of this stuff coming into fruition like that. That, you know, and you would say that could be like that, what they call it, that mimetic magic and all that other stuff.
Right.
And you look at this thing in a whole and say, nah, this is the spirit world doing this.
Yeah.
And this thing is happening, like, in full effect. Like,
Yeah.
like I said yesterday, man, sit back and enjoy the popcorn, man, because it's going down.
Man.
Have some popcorn. But, yeah.
How you feel about the
same time-
preppers? How you feel about the preppers?
Oh, shit, I went to the grocery store. Shit, I ain't
Right.
playing. Shit, if they tell us to sit in the house,
Right.
shit, I went to the liquor store. I got
Right.
me a whole bunch of wine.
Right.
I got me some beers. I got some Coronas.
Right.
Man, I stocked up. I got some food too.
Right.
You know, shit. If we got to sit at home
Mhm.
and they keeping us inside,
Mhm.
shoot, you better shoot. And I'm still on a fast. That's the funny thing. I'm
Mhm.
on a fast still, but shoot,
Mhm.
yeah, them stores was crazy. But
Man, it
you
was.
know, you don't got to go overboard. Just be aware of
Mhm.
what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like motherfucker try to lock you in the house
Right.
for a month.
Right.
That's crazy. Like,
Uh-huh.
how you gonna do that? Luckily, I got a big ass backyard, so me and my queen gonna go get our son. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
We still gonna thrive in that sun.
I'm still in
But
nature when I
definitely
step outside. Like, it's just mad nature behind my house, so yeah, like, whatever.
But I'm telling you, shit. I got me a nice ass bottle of Rebby. You know what I'm saying? I got
Okay.
me some wines just in case.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying? If we can't take off and go nowhere, shit, we about to get loaded in this bitch.
Right. Right. And so, yeah, that's more or less the vibes for me today. Just because I was like, today, the actual Nakshatra is about like liquor and stuff like that. So it's like, I just think like
Oh,
maybe I
that's
should
crazy.
go to the liquor store. Like, even, I'm going to show you real quick. It's alcohol brewers, vintners, and liquor business. This Nakshatra. So that was like, I was just looking at that like, damn, I should hit up the liquor store just because I really haven't. Not that I'm like not drinking. It's just like I don't be drinking. You feel what I'm saying? But I will drink. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't in the past couple of months. So I'm just like, shit.
Yeah.
I'm about to hit up the liquor store after this live. That's something I was just thinking about, and you just kind of put the confirmation down. So yeah, I'm about to go
Yeah,
get
that's
me
the
a
funny
bottle or
thing,
something.
man. I don't really drink either, but you know, I do a lot of things with the liquor to give to my
Right. And I was
ancestors.
like, and I was even gonna say, even if you don't drink, get you a little nip for your ancestors or something like that, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you gotta keep the spirits high, man. You already know what time it is, and that's what it is. It's the spirit. So you can libate yourself and then
Oh.
libate the ancestors. Hey, tell me something, people. You feel
Hmm.
me?
Hmm.
And that's another access code. Now that's the thing. You can't be an alcoholic. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? People drinking all during the
Right.
day and stuff.
Right.
But you know when that night is right and stuff, you know you want to have your little wine or something.
Hmm.
Shit, y'all better go get that because if they shut this thing down and talk about you can't go outside, shit, yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna need two. You're gonna need three things: food, water, and alcohol.
Hmm.
And not really the alcohol. You all don't probably really need that, but I'm just saying.
And my
Shit, if
thing is,
you,
don't load up on veggies and shit like that, because that shit is spoiled unless you gonna cook it and process it and freeze it. Like if you gonna make all your meals or whatever the case may be, but then you can't really rely on too much of anything. So my thing would be like canned shit, like beans and
yeah,
things that's going to
yeah,
last and not perish. And I know, like, I'm vegan, I'm hoity-toity, but fuck all that shit. Get you some ramen noodles out this
yeah.
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ham on them ramen noodles. Y'all better go get them carts, man. I actually looked for the ramen noodles. They didn't have none. I was like, God damn.
salty.
But they had the little chili
Hmm.
ones left. So I grabbed those
Hmm.
because I don't use the seasoning
I
anyway.
like
You
them
know what I'm
though. I
saying?
like them drinks. I fucks with them.
I never use the seasoning
Hmm.
whenever I do it. But that's just like if they did try to pull a stud and say y'all better not leave the house,
Hmm.
okay, y'all in the wind right now with the power of coercion. You know that
Hmm.
power of coercion ain't no joke. That
Hmm.
gun, the
Hmm.
power of the gun ain't no joke. But
Right.
at the same time, we having a spiritual warfare on the other side. So
Right.
we're gonna tear this thing up if that happens. But
Right.
I'm just saying, just prepare for the sit down.
Hmm.
Because that's like being in jail. You can't go and buy nothing. What kind of shit is that?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's been going on. That's been going on a lot. But, you know, at the end of the day, observe. Be the ultimate observer.
Man.
Observe the madness.
Don't
I was
forget
just
about this
observing
magical
people.
shit when they drop the fear bombs on us is all, right?
Oh, no. That's every morning. That's what I'm saying. It's not even. I can't do nothing without going inside to the real world.
1,000.
Every morning,
Right.
3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, every morning, an hour of meditation, just going inside. Whatever my intention is for that morning or that day, I'm inside working, you know, doing whatever.
Hmm.
So yeah, go down. You gotta that's not even a question, you know.
Right.
Shoot, but you know, but yeah, you was talking about fear, Hood.
Hmm.
Uh, you already know that fear and all that stuff. That's just some bullshit. We don't got to worry about none of this shit. If y'all are, that's another thing. You do want to protect the body,
Hmm.
so do go get that like colloidal silver.
Hmm.
So stock up on that because you don't want to be sitting in the house fucked up and shit, hurting and shit.
Right.
But also do a fast. I'm on day 5 of my fast. This shit ain't shit.
Hmm.
I feel great. I
Hmm.
feel powerful. I'm
Hmm.
talking about healthy, strong.
Hmm.
All my kids are strong. My wife, you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's a whole nother level. We gotta just prepare. And I might do, and that's the funny thing. I might do this fast for 2-3 weeks. I just bought all that shit just to be
Safe,
on
yeah.
the
And
up
that's
and
how I
up.
was thinking. Like, that's how I was thinking. Like, I got food and stuff, but I've been telling my wife for the longest, like, I have no desire to eat. Like, I don't really want. She be like, "What you want to eat?" I'd be like, "Damn, I don't even fucking know." Like, I can't process wanting to like eat some food. I'd be like, I just really want some water or some tea or like, you know what I'm saying, like a smoothie or something like that. But I can't. I don't. Like, the vibration of my soul is taking over the vibration of my humanity, and the human in me wants to eat, you know, can think of all of the crazy meals that I could eat, but the soul in me is like, I just need water, I just need information, I just need knowledge, I need to have conversations and things of that nature, you know, I need to evolve.
Exactly.
And I'm feeling like that part of me is taking over. I don't know about you.
No, that's good. Hood. Mine took over. That's what I'm saying, because I seen this thing coming from a mile away. I already knew what was going down.
Mm-hmm.
It's power versus force. Power versus force. We ain't forcing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
We just gonna let everything flow.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you try to eat,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's coming from a force state. Like you trying to eat because you know you don't have no creative energy. You're not in that creative sphere.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like me and you, we're creators. You know, we're constantly searching and doing something to get inside and do, you know, create things. So that's the power. This power thing is coming out of us because, you know, that's how this thing's supposed to flow. It's just a natural flow. You're not supposed to force a motherfucking thing. Now, when that feeling does arise, and you're like, damn, I just got to eat something just because, you know, I feel good. Let me give me something to eat, and that's what it is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful point, man. So you said everybody's doing well in the dream home, the dream house.
Elderberry, colloidal silver.
Elderberry, colloidal silver. So.
And the sunlight.
Is everybody's health?
You know,
is everybody's health, or like, have you been seeing people suffer from like health things or having health problems or hearing about it, or is it just kind of like more or less preparedness?
No, I ain't heard about a motherfucking thing. That's what I'm saying. This whole thing is a fear tactic. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying we've been on. But look, that's what I'm saying. We've been on this stuff, like all this herbs and stuff, and colloidal silver and stuff. You just like say, oh, okay, so we're just taking the stuff we already been taking. You see what I'm saying? Everybody should have been doing some kind of, you know,
preparedness.
The supplementation for the longest, you know what I mean? And you don't have to supplement every day, but you just have the stuff, you know what I'm saying? We got that stuff in our house just because, and we don't even take it. But then, you know, when it's time to say, okay, well, maybe I should take a little bit of this.
Right.
Hey,
it'll be there.
Easy, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, but that movie though, it was on point all the way. There was so many symbols. The 23 Enigma thing was popping up in that thing like crazy.
Did you see after the basketball thing when they was doing the half court shit, and then they all come out of the tunnel? Did you see the number that was above the tunnel?
Oh no. What was it?
24. Right after the basketball scene. You know what I'm saying? And they was trying to kill him anyway, and then they start to chase him out of there. They all running out of this tunnel, and right above the tunnel is like clear as day, the number 24.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
that
crazy.
whole movie is trippy.
Yeah, Kobe was drafted in 96.
He was drafted in 96. And the dude had the same tattoo LeBron got on his stomach, and he was putting on the all black, and it was just, to me, like the Black Mamba. Like, if it wasn't nothing that I picked up from that, is like he was embodying the energy of the Black Mamba, like setting off the movie. But go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, so this A23 thing is in full effect, for real. Like,
when was the earthquake, Dream?
The earthquake?
Yeah, in the movie.
Oh, yeah. And then also L.A. You know, we got to look at L.A. here. We got to kind of corner this thing to L.A., Los Angeles.
That's what
everything's
I'm
taking place right there. You know what I'm saying? Like the Weinstein dude was even from L.A., I think.
Right.
And then like Pop Smoke, he got killed in L.A.
Right.
That we had another young rapper that was from the H that went out there that got killed in L.A.
Really?
Man, it's just too many signs that's pointing to L.A. That movie was L.A. Kobe,
Biggie.
L.A. Oprah got crossed in L.A. and fell.
That's where she was at when she fell?
Yeah, she was
Oh,
in
wow.
LA. That was crazy.
But you hit to
Man,
like
so
Mount
this-
Shasta and the root chakra and all of that, the mythology surrounding that. Have you ever did the
yeah,
knowledge on that?
they saying that's in LA, right?
Right. And then
So he's saying,
the tar pits is still active to this day.
man,
So it's
I'm telling you,
primordial,
so this,
ancient, or the Califia, Queen Califia. And then the gold, like the Super Bowl, the Chiefs versus the 49ers, and the gold rush. And the gold rush was really about killing a whole bunch of natives. Like that's what it was about. People was there,
yeah.
they found gold, they wiped everybody off the map, and then said, "This is San Francisco." Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And then all of this stuff coming to the surface. But then I'm trying to figure out, why is everybody going there and dying? And then people just be still going there. Like, we got to really do some research and uncover that shit, bro.
Yeah, that LA, we got to figure that thing out because it's all going to come into alignment. Everything is lining up perfectly. Like today is even Friday the 13th, so you already know what time it is. You know, it's going to be
something?
more. Yeah, it's going to be more spiritual events that's happening throughout this thing, and that's why I'm saying we got to line this thing up and sit back and eat our popcorn and drink our water and just enjoy this shit, man. Because
Dream, a quick question.
Down,
a quick question. Did Kobe shut down the NBA?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
100%.
You already know. He
100%.
shut down the whole thing.
He shut it down.
The whole 823.
Yeah.
No, the whole thing is Kobe. You just like you did the COVID thing. This whole thing is about this 823 energy coming on. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like, you gotta think, if Kobe is like Kobe went to another level of this thing, right? So he's not in the astral. He's in his back to his soul realm. He probably about to tear this whole thing up. He probably looking like, oh, this shit been a game. Let me go ahead and burn this thing down then. You know what I'm saying? We was waiting for Bobby to do it. But shit, Kobe probably like, fuck that. I'm about to turn up and turn out on this thing for real. Y'all know when these people die, it's always something, a hurricane or a tornado or something that happens. Kobe might just be taking a little bit more strike at this thing because of just like we were talking about, just like what Will Capu was saying. Like they done really demoralized his whole body and tried to, make him out to something else.
And then, bro, if you go on Masterly Foolish page and then you listen to that Camden video that came out yesterday, everything that we've been talking about for the past 2 weeks, he have this like channeler that comes through, and it's like everything that we've been saying. So it's just like weird, like just weird as hell. So check out Masterly Foolish, that Camden interview. I was listening to this shit like, what the fuck? Like down to every single word, like the first shall be last, and it's just a weird interview, not in a bad way, but just in a damn. We actually channeling some shit. Like we channeling some shit. We was the first persons to come on here with this 823 God shit. Like we did the collab video. Like it seemed like years ago. But if we listen, I gotta listen to that video again because it could sound like I don't understand what y'all talking about. But then if you listen to it now, like now your ass understand what the hell we mean.
That's what I was saying, Hub, because that soul star chakra, I'm telling you, everything was lining up for me so perfect that even that day when I called you and Kobe transitioned, I was like, Hood, I'm telling you, I don't know how to explain this shit.
Right.
I just know this is it. Because of the channel that I received when I was sitting there watching this Kobe thing, it was just amazing and miraculous. And I said, okay, the only person I thought of was you. So this goes back to even when we did our first interview when I had got the gumption or whatever to say, man, when's your birthday?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then the next thing I say is like Kobe Bryant's birthday.
Man, 823. So
that shit crazy.
that's a whole thing where it's like, wow, okay, this thing is playing out, and we're just, we're living it, and it's
Mm-hmm.
playing out right and exact. So you know what I mean? Hey,
Mm-hmm.
watch what happens this new year on the 19th. Watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, this thing is not stopping. This thing is
Right.
picking up.
Right.
And then that's probably what's going to happen because, the power of coercion, they trying to manipulate the new year. So they
Mm-hmm.
probably going to shut everything down in the new year. So you won't go outside and get the sun.
Right.
But
And you
I'm
won't
telling
take the
y'all
rays of
again,
the energy. Yeah.
right, go outside and get that sun, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go get that sunlight because that sun is going to put you in these negative ions, put you in this feeling good space. And then you'll be able to drink your water, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll be able to get your channels and receive more of this light. It's a process, it's a practice. Practice. You got to keep on doing this thing so it can come out. Like we're about to go outside right now. Shit,
Yeah.
we ain't playing. We
Right.
about to go soak up the sun
Right.
and get out of this positive ion vibe so we can just be feeling good in our power.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah. That's what I'm about to
Yeah,
do. I'm
man.
about to like re-straighten up my backyard space because my backyard space is strictly for like the birds. So, birds, they be motherfucking messy. So I'm about to just go. It's been like the time where like it's been the winter. And so it's been like accumulating. So now I'm just about to just be like, all right, about to sweep off all these seeds and just recenter my bird space and, get my offerings. Like
Yeah.
I got some mealworms for the birds and shit today. So I'm just really in my birds. I got my cat a lot of food. I got more food for my cat than anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's beautiful you got a cat because these cats are good protective energies too. We need the cats around us.
Mm-hmm.
We got like 3 black cats that just come into our yard. Two
Right.
black cats and then one that's like a mixed color.
Mm-hmm.
And they just come in and we just know they be just looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
And we just know it'd be protective energy. We be throwing out like old fruit and all this other stuff to them.
Mm-hmm.
But we just know there's still an offering for them because they be feeling the vibes.
Right.
So yeah,
for
man,
sure.
go down.
For sure. It do go down. I got like 4 gray cats exactly identical, but I be feeding them. I seen them since they was kittens and I just been always feeding them. But yeah, I really like that type of protection. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a gun and a cat, I feel like you good.
Oh yeah, that's another thing, man. Make sure y'all got y'all gun though, for real. Hey, you still gotta protect the physical. Boys come knocking on your door. You gotta protect
all the spiritual
your
shit get thrown out the window if you your physical gets
Hey,
compromised.
I'm saying protect your physical, man. Protect your physical still. But once you protect your house with that Anubis energy, and just like Brother Yosef said, that crystal grid and power up, put a force field around your house or your home or where the space you occupy. You good. You know what I'm saying? But you still want to be mindful of the chaos, you know what I'm saying? Because boys out here hungry, man, and they ain't gonna shoot. I remember them days.
Yeah. And that's why I'm just more or less just like, I felt like, damn, best thing I felt like I have to do some form of giving back, some form of charity, because I understand the energy of reciprocation, especially in a time of crisis. It's a wonderful time to start a business because the world ain't going to end. We need to learn from 2001. We need to learn from 2008 and understand that the world is not going to end. It's a time for the world to begin. So you got to understand people going to be afraid of shit. People going to be like needing some type of something. So, if you got the wherewithal to think in the future, then create a business, start a business, do something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say the stuff that I've been getting from the fam and the stuff that I'm going to work on because that'd be like giving their ideas away. However, I do feel like the innovation and invention, like we referenced with the herbs and the oils and so forth and so on, these are now products. Elderberry, you know what I'm saying? This is like ways to get yourself together, because it'll be like, what is that Vicks doing for you? Nothing, we still sick. Well, here, try this little elderberry right here, see how that hit. Oh shit, I feel so much better. We waking motherfuckers up now because they ain't gonna have no goddamn choice. And so we in like a small community. We know about this shit. So we think everybody know about this shit. But the majority of the people around you don't know about the holistic ways to heal, quote unquote, the whatever virus that they saying. I'm just not.
Well, the thing is, when your physical body is not in alignment, then your vibrations is going to be off. And if your vibration is off, you are not going to manifest the motherfucking thing. You have to keep everything has to be balanced. Everything has to be holistic. So you have to be feeling good in order to be vibrating, in a space where you're good. If you fucking coughing and, feeling bad in the bed and stuff, got headaches and all this stuff, you got to do something. That's your spirit. That's your higher self telling you, whatever path you on, you're doing the wrong thing. We need to fix this thing also. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to balance all of this stuff out. It's a holistic thing. That's why I got my alcohol, and I'm on a motherfucking fast. Because I already know, like, when that point comes to where my spirit, my higher self, and my ancestors is like, man, you bullshitting. Let me get some of that drink. All right, man, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna turn up with them, and vice versa.
Right.
This world is not about extreme measures and stuff like that.
Right.
You gotta be able to let this thing flow. You gotta move and flow as this thing flow. And the only way you're gonna do that is ridding yourself of these emotions, these human emotions, and start getting into the space where you can see, clearly. You like, okay, I get it. Because I've been on that seesaw for so many years where I'm like, damn, do I just got to be super healthy?
Right. Is that my problem? I'm eating hamburgers.
Yeah. No, and then that's not. And don't get me wrong, that's a powerful move if you've never been in that space. That's the only thing. A lot of our people haven't been in that space, so you do want to try to see what that feels like. That's what I'm saying. We experiment, the scientists. We're the ultimate scientists. The ultimate observer. Let me try this shit out. Okay, let me try this. You know what I'm saying? Let me mix my elderberry with with a shot. You know what I'm saying? God dang, get it in. But look, at this point in time, if you are feeling funny, go do a fast. I think I've seen somebody say a 3-day fast will reboot your system. Do a fast, but concentrate more on the fast with your spiritual self. So when you do this fast and you close your eyes and you get into your visualization, get into that real world, then you about to power yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Don't be turn off the TV and get it in. Real.
For sure. I would turn off the TV. I would turn off the news, because this thing is spiritual. And like I referenced about the central nervous system, if it's fear in your heart and you embody and embrace fear, then your central nervous system is going to shut down. That's the whole thing. So if you don't understand, like, fuck a cure for, fuck that shit. I'm sorry. Like, I don't need a cure for this. I don't need medical research. I don't need scientific data. I need to understand what the hell is happening on the spiritual realm. I need to understand that they trying to put motherfuckers in fear lockdown mode. And maybe not you, but it's definitely people out in the world that's in fear lockdown mode, and their central nervous system is down, and they becoming sick because they scared. They think that they can get it. If you think you can get it, then you already got it. I promise you. Like, cause this shit came out of nowhere. This shit came out of nowhere. And the people who think they know a lot don't know shit about it, cause they even telling you. I be watching shit and they be like, well, we don't know how this is going to turn out. We just seeing that it's killing a lot of people in Iran and China. That's all they know.
Yeah. Yeah, and definitely protect the babies, you know what I'm saying? Definitely protect the babies. That's the most important factor in this thing, just in conjunction with health. You know what I'm saying? So that should be your main concern of it, because we ain't worried about this shit. You know what I'm saying? We see it, we're observing it, and we get it, and we gonna just, okay, I get it, I wash my hands, okay, yeah, whatever. But, you know, at the end of the day, 80,000 people died from the flu in the same time span as this coronavirus.
Right.
And they said 41 just died in America. So
And
yeah,
I wonder how many people
it's,
died of heart disease since then, since
yeah, and
January.
all of that. And then, you know, it's just a control thing. They about to do something. So that's all we waiting for is, okay, what y'all going to do? And then we counteract it. Because it's basically us versus them, and now I'm not even talking about.
I got you.
I'm not talking about the masses. I'm talking about us spiritually, that know how to line this thing up, and then them doing their thing. Because I'll tell you, man, shoot, the people that I'm fucking with on the spirit side, they gonna fuck this bitch up if they try to lock us in the house. That's what the problem is. They trying to hold down the house. You know, like you can't escape your house, like you on house arrest and shit. That don't make no sense.
But
so,
guess who another 823 God? That nigga, I'm just going off of what you saying. Bone Crusher. Tell them niggas, I ain't never scared. So you see in that video, he stepping on these goddamn buildings, you know what I'm saying, breaking it out, you know what I'm saying. So invoke that shit if you feel the need of them trying to lock us down. We have to fight back spiritually through ritual. If they is like punch counter punch at this point, and I'm not on the counter punching shit. I like to squeeze first, ask questions last. So I throw on that Bone Crusher right now. I told them motherfuckers, I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
man, yeah.
It's
it go down for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, all right, Hood, man. You know, it's been fun. I just had to chime in.
Thank you, man.
Because I could tell what's going on with the times, and it's kind of you can feel a sense of, you know, something that, you know, the people that actually need. So, you know,
yeah, and please let me know when we could do that 823 God part 3.
Man, we gotta do that.
Where we at? Like we did some parts. Like it's been like, and it's just like, man, we got to do it at some point.
It's crazy because I was like thinking of the timeline this morning, and I'm like, wow, there's so many different things this 823 God energy that brought in that. We have to like literally write all of this stuff out so we won't miss nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's such a long timeline. Like this thing is here, man. So yeah, definitely, man. We're gonna get it in real soon, for real, because that's a power. That's a powerful energy to get into your knowing. You know what I'm saying? This is about the knowing. This is about the subconscious realm. So that's what I mean. That soul chakra and that dot, that energy, just knowing that you have about yourself is what we are, you know, exuding.
And so you got that mask, you got that face mask, my man. The Born Identity, you know who I'm talking about. He doing the 823 ritual, turning up, like manifesting, like all types of stuff. So we gotta really mythologize this energy. I feel like you said, definitively kind of write some shit down, like purple gold, you know, 8th star chakra, you know, 23 enigma, you know, all of these things, and kind of like have it to where people is not really confused about it and begin to invoke the energy. Because like, remember how Bobby used to say, like, when you have deities that ain't been really pulled on, you know what I'm saying, that the energy is just much more stronger. But I think like actually mythologizing it in some form or fashion would be great for the family.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man, yeah, definitely. It's a book, man. I'm telling you, it's a book. It's a whole story in itself.
Man, it is.
We living it out right now.
It is, bro. It is. The truth is stranger than fiction, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But all
I
right, guys,
appreciate you
it's time.
tuning in, man, and tapping in. Shout out to D-Ray and the family. We just appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for your channel, your interviews. Who you got next week? Who you got on Sunday?
Brother Yosef.
Oh,
Damn,
man,
I
we
gotta
going
call
in.
his ass right now.
We going in.
Yeah, Brother Yosef.
We
And
going
you know
in.
Yosef gonna bring that.
Oh,
Yosef's
man.
the one that put me on this colloidal silver a long time ago. He's like, yeah, that colloidal silver. I was like, okay, shit, I'm gonna have that.
Sure.
And I had it, and then boom, look what happens. Now it's, okay, we got it, so let's use it.
Right. All right, man. Thank you for your contribution, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Much love.
Yeah,
All right,
same
peace.
here, man. Peace out. 347, you tapped in with the Hood Mystic.
Hello, Hood Mystic. How are you?
I'm well, and you?
I'm doing well. This is Rose, long-time listener, first-time caller.
How you doing, Rose? That's my favorite, word and plant in the whole entire world. But go ahead.
That's funny because I have a very special relationship with Rose. I'm an herbalist, and Rose is my patron flower. So she's with me all the time.
My desktop, if I showed you my desktop right now, you would see a rose. I just sit and meditate on roses because that's just something that brings me comfort.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my hoodie right now. I'm looking down, has roses on it. Rose got me through a lot of things,
and it will continue to.
She came into me exactly. She unfolds, and she's universal. It's like many layers to the rose. But
sensuality.
I just wanted to call in.
Go ahead.
Exactly. I just wanted to call in. I've been listening to you for a couple of years now.
Oh, thank you.
And I just wanted to call in because of the energy right now. It's just so interesting. So I'm an herbalist. I have my own brand. Would you mind me plugging the name of my brand?
Hey.
All right, lay it out. Rose Gold Alchemy.
Ashe.
Rose Gold Alchemy is the name of the brand. If y'all want to check me out, I'm on Instagram. I have a site. The shop is about to be closed because I'm going on vacation, but still give me a follow. And I make my own actual immune-boosting syrup. So I've been taking elderberry and astragalus syrup for months because, as you know, the immune system has to be built over time. I mean, it's never too late to start it, but right now, you can start with the herbs and the colloidal silver and all that, but it needs to be a long-term effort.
Yeah,
but it's funny
effort.
Exactly.
Every day we maintaining our health. Why wouldn't we, right?
Exactly. And it's the lighthearted energy of the bill today, which is what led me to call in, because me and my mom, actually, we've been joking back and forth with each other for weeks now. The same thing when Trump was president, everybody was crying. We called each other on the phone, was cracking jokes all day. But I think that people's reaction to this is kind of a reflection of the shadow work or the lack of shadow work or healing that they've done.
And that's what Camden said in the video yesterday on Bastardly Foolish. She did reference that. Go ahead.
Oh, see, I haven't been keeping up.
Yeah, see, and it's crazy. A lot of it where we're referencing and we're finding common bond is through channel. And so what I'm realizing and listening to that is that we might think that it's a separate conversation or a separate call, and that's what's fucking us up. I woke up realizing that there's a unified message in this channel that we all have to wrap ourselves around and understand the collective, and then trust it. And that might not be this lifetime, but we absolutely have to begin to move forward in understanding the call. I'm sorry for interrupting. It's just no problem. This is the actual point of you actually dealing with all of the shadow shit. You've been listening to my channel. I'll be shadow this, shadow that, shadow this, shadow that, shadow this, shadow that. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay, now it's time. Now you're at home and you with your wife and your kids. You can't even leave. You know what I'm saying?
Point. Now you see what it was all about. Because if you haven't released that underlying fear and shame and guilt, now you've seen the coronavirus coming and you're acting out of fear. I have a friend who's like, I'm a witch and I'm a this and I'm a that and June. But when this thing came, panic mode 1,000%. It was what happened to all of that?
Yeah, it turned into a prepper. turned into a prepper.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, doesn't want to go anywhere but working home. I'm like, you can't live your life like that. But, at some point, it's like, I don't want to do that outward projection thing of giving
Sure.
advice. It's like, well, if that's where you are,
Yes.
that's where you are.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I'm hoping I can get on my plane and go on my vacation and do my ancestor work at the ocean. Because that's what I got planned.
And it's not even to the point of hoping. It's just the more fact of understanding the energy of travel, understanding the energy of freedom. I had a wonderful deal on my plane ticket. And why is that? Because I'm able to do so now much freer, much easier now, because I'm in a different world, a different realm and reality. And the more that we begin to understand this, and the more we begin to understand that we are in some form of a celestial metamorphosis of what we actually can and cannot do. And then once we say, well, I can't do that and I ain't never done that, that's a past understanding. The new understanding, the lead now being turned into gold, represents a trip to the coastal bylines to do ancestor work, and then have particular manifestations from that, and going here, going there, wherever the spirit leads you, doing the things that spirit said, all the things you always wanted to do. You have the ability and the availability to now do it. You have the resources, you have all of these things, but then there's this level of fear that was always there. People have been dying of the flu.
It's always gonna be. Yeah. And there's layers. You have to uncover the layers. Like, I did like a bunch of chakra work, and then I went back down to the base chakra. Was like, nope, there's more.
Oh yeah, and that's
and
astrology too.
It's like an unfolding. The unfolding is I guess that's also the beautiful part of it. It's like witnessing the unfolding. Because if you do it all in one shot, then why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you teach if it's like, for me, I guess my path is like gradually unfolding so that I could synthesize the lessons to be able to teach it to others. You know what I'm saying? But if I go through it in one shot, it's like, I'm a master now. How can I teach it? How can I reach people that way?
Right. And that's the idea that, I had a wonderful conversation with Spiritual Butterfly yesterday. That's on the chat. And she was and it was more or less of the vibration of the teachers, and it might be weird about it, like, well, and it's not even the things that you've actually studied in this lifetime. The things that we are called to teach are things that we know from previous lifetimes. And this is the very important message of this actual cycle. This is time to remember who we are. This is a time to embrace and really empower who we are at a soul level. And so if our behaviors change, that's perfectly in alignment with the world, because the world is setting the example of what needs to take place, which is change. And so if we don't understand that we must change along with the world, then we're in fear, because that's the last thing we ever wanted to do. So it's like, And
I'm in a 9 personal year right now. I feel like the past 2 or 3 years have been a 9 year for me. I made so many changes, left my husband, left my job, like all types of stuff. But I know that the vibration, even if you don't get into deep, like Kobe virus type of situation, know that monuments are falling. The revolution is happening. And it's funny when like so-called conscious people talk about the revolution. It's like, it's probably not going to look like something that's your way or the way you want it to look. You probably gonna scare yourself. People think if the revolution is happening, like the NYPD is gonna shut down. I'm in New York City, but it might be niggas falling out from a disease. And then like, how do you embrace that energy, and what is your contribution to the world after that revolution? Like, do you have the herbs to give folks that they're gonna be looking for when the medicine runs out, or if it doesn't work on this so-called virus? Like, how are you going to contribute to the new world order, quote unquote? And so, did you do the work to prepare for it?
Yeah, and that's exactly the vibrations of that. I was actually like, that's exactly how I felt about it when it's all said and done. When spirit has done because the thing of it, people think that it's a spiritual war. It's not a spiritual war. The war is done. The war is already
Yeah, I ain't
won.
fighting nothing.
It's no more wars. The war is over. So now that the war is over, this is the fallout, and this is the. It's like you ever watch a movie, and it's like a whole bunch of minions and things of that nature, and then like the leader gets taken out. And then like there's like mad cut scenes of the minions just evaporating like that's what's happening.
Right.
It's an extermination, right? And we can't wrap our heads around that. We can't accept that because we are compassionate. However, that's what continues to mess us up. And when we look at our history, we see compassion and forgiveness, and when we needed to, fight back,
welcoming strangers, and
yeah.
And it's also the compassion, but also it was always so far away,
right?
In our point of view, like this is never going to happen in our lifetime,
right.
And now that it's right here, it's like, what the fuck?
But the same thing, we thought like Obama we would never have a black president. We thought, imagine growing up in the 80s, like I imagine you did, like 80s, 90s, right? And you go into school 90s, yeah. and you go to school and you see the whole thing of presidents, right? And you're like, damn.
I had a big ass encyclopedia with all the presidents.
Right. And you like,
and silver hair.
It's very, very, it's a pattern here. You would never imagine that a person like Barack Obama would be. And so even so more so like religion has such a strong grip on me that I never imagined myself outside of it. I was imagining my life like, will I go to heaven or hell? Because I imagine just being in this religion my whole entire life. You never think about that you would actually escape these particular paradigms. I thought I would be a working person, a laborer my whole entire life. I never imagined that my life would change in the way that it changed. However, I have been doing the rituals. I have been doing the connections to the ancestors. So
exactly.
Maybe
and it's in this,
maybe it does. Maybe
now
it
that
can
I think
change.
Now that I think about it, all these drastic things that have happened were kind of preparing. It was like an outward projection of preparing you for releasing your hold to what you're used to, because you see a black president and now you see like this random person that's president. And I was having a conversation the other day, because I don't really get upset when Trump says or does things, because he is who he is, but I was like, this is like the embodiment of law of attraction. He says whatever the fuck he wants, and people be like, that's not true. And he's like, no, yeah, it is. It's true. And then he never loses. He's like Tesla Don. Nothing sticks. They can't get him out of here. And I'm like, if you just on an energetic level, he manifests whatever he wants, even if from the outside looking in, because if you read, like, I don't know, How to Think and Grow Rich, is like reality is what you say it is. It's not what's in front of you. It's like if you're sick but you want health, it's like I only see health. That's
even deeper, there's no such thing as facts. Like, there's no such thing as facts. And that's the modality that Trump used. He comes from a 5-dimensional perspective, and that's because of his uncle having that close relationship to Nikola Tesla, going through the Nikola Tesla files. And I know for an absolute fact, Trump has time traveling technology. He lives in Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago has the same energy of, can't think of it, Plus Ultra. Okay, Plus Ultra is all over Mar-a-Lago, and if you know anything about Plus Ultra is a secret society in Disney that had Nikola Tesla in it. So you gotta just get into just Google like Plus Ultra and Nikola Tesla, and you'll see the cartoon, and you'll see Nikola Tesla and the secret society and all of these things that I'm saying, and all of this energy resides at Mar-a-Lago. Who lives at Mar-a-Lago?
You know what?
Trump. So when we talk about Florida, don't be playing around, my Florida people, with the energy. Don't be around there lacking. Don't lack, because we need y'all. We need y'all to tap in. You know what I'm saying? Save those ancestors. Walk in those swamps. But I don't know. They're just like that. The energy.
So many dots are connecting right now. I'm trying to figure out where to start. So last year, before I started my journey to kind of like just taking a bunch of leaps of faith so that I could change my life for the better, and I remember you had a build talking about magic, talking about like looking at abundance, like being as abundant as the sea in the sky, right? And before I'd even seen that, I had booked a ticket to Florida just to get away because I felt energetically like Spirit was telling me life is about to come at you fast. So if you want to relax, you need to do it now. So I booked a trip to Florida, like solo trip, got an Airbnb, found the only black Airbnb host I could find in Fort Myers, Florida, and stayed with her and her family. And I went to the beach every day and just marveled at the sea and the sky and how big and how grand it was. And you talked about like creating your own entity. I don't remember the exact word you used, but
you on it.
Yeah, and I was drawing myself, visioning myself as the goddess, whatever I wanted to be, the color hair, whatever, the flowers, the roses everywhere, and I would draw every night. And then, like, when I came back, shit just started rolling. And it was still difficult for me because I had a lot of fear, but I pushed, you know what I mean, because of the stuff that I learned from listening to you. So you were a big part of my journey, and you're talking about secret society. So I'm at work right now. Like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm the only person that I meet that's conscious that loves my job. I have a business on the side that I dedicate a lot of time to, but I do feel like the ancestors and spirit brought me to this job to be in a certain, like I work in a tech company, but it's a finance tech company. So I work with a lot of money people, and I didn't grow up around knowing about investment and money, and hearing the way they talk about like billion-dollar deals like it's nothing is like a constant reminder is that abundance is out there for the taking everywhere. Like I can never think that there's anything lacking in the universe.
Right.
And I remember having a dream and pulling tarot cards on myself in the dream, and there was one card that said OTO, power at the top or something. I had no idea what that was, and I Googled OTO, and, you know, that was a secret society that Aleister Crowley was a part of at some point. And, you know, every man and woman is a star, and love under will, and love is law. And, like, it's so many pieces I can't even put it together, and it's really not for me to put together for anyone else. So I'm gonna.
You already putting them together, yeah. You putting them together. You got it together, and you know I got a money man come through. Money man, you ain't. Well, who is money man? Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Money man gonna come through for your boy. I don't gotta pray to Jesus. Money man know what he like. I know what he like, and if it ever get crazy, but that's just one level. You gotta have your love goddess. You gotta have your war god. You gotta have all of this shit in place, because if you don't take control of your energy, guess what's gonna happen? Somebody else gonna take control of it. So you know, I keep it spiritual and be apocalypse. A goddamn missile could come down right now in front of me. I'll be like, you know, so the meditation for missiles is, you know, I keep it present. I'm not going to divert when shit hit the fan. You feel me? I'm gonna go. I go down to my little altar room, like, y'all straight? Yeah, we good. You straight? Yeah, I'm good. Oh, they was tripping on the news. The news? You watching the news, nigga? They laughing at me.
It's like, I have to remember, like, it's above me now. Like, when I feel like I'm watching the news and I'm starting to panic, it's like, it's above you. Like, what are you doing? Stop getting triggered. You need to do some work. Go meditate or something. Like, I remember from your root chakra meditation, like, I'll stand there and I'll close my eyes and say, I'm always connected to source. And then I'll feel it in my body and then going about my day. Like, you know, like sometimes I'll feel disconnected, but even when I was looking for my job, I tapped into that Ogun energy. And I had a dream one night that an assassin was like cutting bitches' heads off that was trying to go for the jobs I was going for. Like, he was just going in, chopping heads off. He was like, I'm putting it in place for you to get where you need to go. Right. To get to tap into the energy that you need to glow up. You know what I'm saying? And to really live your life purpose.
Man, I wear my jacket. People don't even know. I got a big rusty ass railroad track nail. Be like, damn, you be walking with that Ogun energy everywhere, don't you? Like, hell yeah. I give two fucks. Like, man, You can meet me in the wilderness, or you don't really meet me at all. I just be, we either going to be doing work, we going to be coming to some solutions, we going to be making something, or ain't nothing happening. It's an Ogun world. It's an 823 world. We all alchemists, and we all here to do alchemy. And if you ain't doing alchemy, what the hell is you doing? And it's like, you can tell the people who do alchemy versus the people who don't. You like, I got a whole herb cabinet, Hood Mystic. What you talking about? What you need? Like, oh shit, you was ready, wasn't you? I
got all them jars lined up in my kitchen. I ain't worried. I got a little something going on in the throat. I made a little syrup. I'm like, I'm good. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Little OSHA syrup and all that.
Hey man.
But yeah, I just wanted to call in and show love. Like, I've never called in before, you know, this was an interesting build. It's an interesting time, and I, you know, I sat in my ancestor altar and laughed like a maniac for no reason. I was just like, I'm happy. I burned my money, gave them their food and their crown, and you know what I'm saying, and Crown Royal, and I was like, thank y'all. And you know, I'll see y'all at the ocean.
Right. You ever heard when the people be like, I ain't got no complaints? That's how I, like, why am I going to panic and complain when I have none? Oh, my beautiful children, my beautiful
Even when
wife.
going through personal shit, it's like, I really don't have
no complaints, man. I could, but I'm choosing not to today. And because of that, I'm, you know, enjoying a wonderful vibration. And it's just kind of like every day we move forward towards this vibration. So I'm just really thankful and honored that you're able to call in and share this information with us. Thank you.
Thank you for speaking with me, and you have a great day.
Oh, man,
Rose Gold Alchemy, y'all. Follow me on
Alchemy.
IG, please.
I'm going to follow you ASAP if I ain't followed you already. And, you know, man, thank you for calling in, because it's just like, I feel like you be watching, you be absorbing, but you don't be saying shit. And that's my favorite. That's my favorite type of viewer. Because you be on it, though. You be on it. So it's like,
because I'll be too busy trying to do the work. I'm like,
you be too busy trying to do the work. Right. So I say to you, and, you know, you setting the example.
Shout out to the family.
Shout out to the family.
Well, your wife and your children.
You know, we are one. So, you know, thank you. Thank you for calling in.
All right. Bye.
Peace out. 214, you tapped in with the Hood Mystic.
Peace.
Peace.
This is Jade.
Peace, Jade.
Much love to the Mystic.
Thank you. What's
it's
going
always
on?
A joy when I'm able to catch the live.
Especially when you on the live
you
too.
Was making it. Huh?
I was turned up today though, so.
Yo, no, for real. You have me over here jumped out talking. I'm over here talking about some. They talking about my immune system, like, so they outside with the corona and they think I'm.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
What a time to be alive.
Crying. Oh my gosh.
I couldn't help it.
Today.
I'm about to turn up. Like, we kicking it today.
For real.
For real.
Oh man.
Niggas got toilet paper like niggas was buying toilet paper up. Like, if it got bad, I got mad t-shirts here that can do the job. I got rags. I got leaves. I don't get some toilet paper. Like, come on now. What the hell?
Man, they didn't leave no toilet paper, no water.
I'm like, God damn.
Dang. Everybody is stocking up. And I'm like, okay, I'm not afraid of anything, but I'm gonna go ahead and stock up because y'all tripping. Y'all tripping.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, it's like the end of the world, and it's really the virus is more mental than anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they really playing on our emotions for real, and they capitalizing off of our fear.
Right.
And it's just so sad to see how many people are like really walking around with these masks on, like,
right, as if
gloves.
it can block it from, like, a mask. It's mad air getting through that shit. Like, it's like you literally, there's no defense for it if you understand the disease. Like, if you breathe in air, it's attached to the air. So, nigga, you gonna have to suffocate.
That's what I'm saying. So the mask does what, yo?
Nothing.
Like, come on, man. That's crazy. It's crazy. It is insane. And the gloves, I'm like, y'all wearing gloves, but they was manufactured in China.
Right.
No, but
niggas is washing their hands but still ain't washing their ass, and I'm just like, why is we talking about washing our hands, but I ain't heard not one person say we need to wash our ass too? What's up with that?
Man,
what's up with that?
Let me not even start on how people is out here sleeping with new partners raw.
Hey,
so, I mean,
who your baby daddy is? What? We ain't about to bring that up, but I'm worried about this coronavirus. What you mean, sis?
Get you a bomb and pop it in that corona. You okay? You will be fine.
You turned up today. You turned up,
no,
babe.
Seriously. I'm live. I'm not even gonna cry. Like, they got me tripping away.
This shit is crazy. Motherfuckers been having unprotected sex for the past 4 years. Now they scared of the coronavirus. I'm done.
You got all these STDs, these spiritually transmitted diseases, and you worried about some damn corona.
You worried about some damn corona. Oh my goodness. You really going.
Oh my goodness. And it's so crazy. Yesterday I had to stop going back and forth with people on Facebook about this because I realized that I'm giving too much of my energy away by even addressing certain people, because if you're already fearful, then that's fine. If that's what you choose to do, that's on you. However, if you're trusting in your spirit, your intuition, and you're taking care of your immune system, like, you good. Like, it's nothing to be afraid of, you know what I'm saying? But we're seeing how much the media really plays on our psyche by how many people are starting to really just spaz out in preparation for this. And I'm not saying don't be prepared, because if they do shut us down and make everybody stay in the house, I mean, you need to make sure you got food, like, you know what I'm saying? So be prepared, but don't be scared. That's my motto. Don't be scared. Be prepared. Don't be scared. Be prepared.
And that's a way to live. But then again, a lot of people say, I don't really like how people say, well, I've been telling you to do this, or I've been telling you to do that. Because my thing is, if a person don't got water, a person don't got water. And I'm not about to be the nigga like I told you so. I'm going to be like, how can I help you? Or to the point, because that's what the fuck we need. We don't need motherfuckers like, look at you. Don't got no water, stupid, or you don't got no food, or like sometimes it was times in my life where I had no money. I like imagine going through this situation right now and not having no money, and I'm sure it's people in that predicament. So it's really important that it's fear, but then it's already compound fear based on shit that people been going through before this coronavirus. So you add in that versus I've been already living check to check and not been able to support my family, and now I can't even go to work because my kids ain't in school. So now it's going to have fallback and residual effects, and if we kind of in our ego and in our space, we leaving people vulnerable. However, we can't help everybody, but if we find ourselves in a favorable position, we can help somebody in some way, some form, some fashion, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what's going to be needed moving into this Aquarian age, you know what I'm saying? So
most definitely, and it's all about this is really a time for us to come together as a community, you know. And I'm in Dallas, and so they made an announcement that they're going to be canceling any event that is expecting over 500 guests.
Right.
Really, they're warning people, if your event is expecting 250 guests, to be aware, you know. So
what's
a
the
lot
difference?
of people are shutting things down.
What's the difference between 250 and 10 and 500? Like, if
that's what I'm saying.
I don't get it. I feel it has to be spiritual.
One person has been in a room full of 5. Like, come on.
If it's like a nigga, somebody that I met off Tinder, I'm at risk to the. Like, what are we talking about?
Seriously.
What are we talking about?
Seriously.
Like, so we obviously are dealing with the spiritual energy that don't want people to congregate, because obviously you got to deal with yourself at this particular point in time. And there's always an event, there's always some scheduling, there's always some schooling, it's always some all right, I'm gonna be around these people and not deal with myself type of event and be judged by these people that's looking at me, as opposed to being in your house, being around your family, dealing with your shit. And this is the shit that's gonna really break people, because now they gotta actually, be around their family,
engage with each other,
engage and
like,
talk.
oh,
And
God forbid,
you know what I'm saying? God forbid.
Go out.
Oh
my
my
God,
goodness. What if the grid? What if the grid goes out? Oh shit.
Oh my gosh, people are gonna lose their mind
Right.
without their phones. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? To have to have human interaction, like
Right.
what is that?
Right.
It's insane. But I know one thing: I'm not afraid, but I'm gonna capitalize.
Right. Right.
I'm capitalizing over here.
Right.
I have, I make herbal bath blends, but you can also drink it too. You can boil it and put it in your bath, and you can also boil it and drink it. So I'm making a special Corona edition.
So I
with
heard
these
like
upper and lower respiratory herbs.
Sip, smoke, and soak.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's a movement. These herbs, man, it's a movement. For sure. But
And you ain't the only one. I think this is really
ancestral.
ancestral. This is a real deep channel of products and services that actually can help people and get it popping, sis.
And I'm a massage therapist, and I've been on maternity leave since September. Not really a paid maternity leave, because my job doesn't pay for maternity leave, but nevertheless, I haven't been working since September.
Right.
And so if I was working right now, I would be losing money, because don't nobody want you to touch
Ain't
them.
nobody about to get your ass. Don't nobody want you to touch them.
Exactly what I'm saying.
It's crazy, and you don't want to touch nobody.
Exactly, because forget the corona. I don't know what else you got going on. Because I think that it's really more so bringing out the underlying problems that people hadn't been addressing. So I'm just grateful for being in alignment with spirit, because I had been prepared for this months in advance. Because like I said, had I been working right now, I would be losing money. But I already had been instructed, like, yo, you need to start studying these herbs. Yo, my ancestors had been giving me information, downloads, like, yo, this herb is for this. Why don't you go and look this up? I go to the thrift store, and as soon as I go in the thrift store, I go to the book section. And when I tell you, I've been finding all kind of books. The other day, I found like 7 books on energy, herbal and flower essence, creative visualization. I told you, I used to find the emotional intelligence books at the thrift store. So I just been getting major finds at the thrift store on a lot of this energy that's around right now. So I'm just grateful for being in alignment and even opening up to my Dallas ancestors, like we had talked about last time.
Right.
Man, I went out to the park the next day with my dog and my baby girl, and like the energy was mad high. Like it was insane. And I got a download. My ancestor was like, look at all of these trees around you. Your ancestors are not just the roots and the branches, but they are the leaves. And if you can imagine how many leaves are on all of these trees, that's how many ancestors run through your veins. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how much energy is around you. I had been feeling so stagnant. And my ancestors was like, yo, we was waiting on you at the show. Like, we've been waiting on you. You just had to tap in. And so I started tapping in. I've been taking my baby. It's been warm out here in Texas. It's raining today, but it's been warm out. So we've been hitting the park. We've been hitting the nature. I've been putting her little feet in the grass. We grounding ourselves, getting this energy. My dog, we all getting this good energy. My man, he works a lot, but when he home, we getting this energy, man. We getting it.
Yeah, you can get the energy for him, while he at work. It's a oneness between you and him, where is you could absorb and share that energy through, touch, through food, and through, all of these different things. So it's never a point where he's there or you're there. Y'all 2 places at the same time. So I say to that as well.
We are one.
We are one.
I say. Man, I'm just, it's like one of the caller before me said, this is crazy to see everything playing out the way that it is in our lifetime. But I'm grateful for being in a spiritual alignment to where I'm not panicking like people who aren't. Like when you're not in alignment with your spirit, then you have to fear.
Right.
Like when you trust that the ancestors got you, the universe got you, what is there to fear?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just grateful. Just, I always wanted to call and express my love and my gratitude anytime I catch a live.
I'm happy that you went and tapped in and dealt with those ancestors, and I told you. I wasn't. That was that JFK. I was going through some JFK energy even before we had that call, and you kind of hit the nail on the head where you told me where you was at. So I'm like, oh yeah. No, you ain't in no space where you ain't nobody forsaking you. You ain't gotta run. You can tap right into where you at, and vibes is still high. Vibes is still available. Like, we ain't nobody on the chat, nobody in the live is where they at by mistake. You can tell yourself that to feel better about the particular situation. However, did you tap in yet?
For sure, man.
But take in with everything that Jay said about the leaves, because you could take yourself into nature, and that's a whole live meditation. That's a whole live channel. So, we all got our parks and we all got our nature zones with trees, and we might have a question of, do we have support? You could look at every leaf and understand that they're going to ancestors. You can't count it. You lose count. You lose track. So it's just an abundance and infinitude of ancestral energy right now that we could tap into, but you can only tap into that frequency through the modality of love. However, when you tap into the modality of fear, I don't know what's on that side. I don't deal with the prepping, right? I don't deal with the prepping. So beautiful, beautiful share, Jade. Beautiful share.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to catch it. When I got up early, I was like, oh, I'm about to catch this live today.
We got it in today.
Big up to you. Big up to your family, man.
Thank you.
And anytime I catch a live, I'm going to call in.
I appreciate you, Jay, because you family. It's something you always been family, but you know how we get down. So I ain't even got to tell you that.
Sure. For sure. We connected, most def. I'm sure you be hearing your name ringing, because I be talking about y'all all the time. Like, you ain't heard about the Hood Mystic yet? You ain't heard about Mama Mystic either? Let me send you something real quick.
I see. Appreciate that.
And before I get off, I do want to share this little this moment that I had the other day.
Cool.
I'm gonna make it quick though. So I got two friends that I went to college with. My friend Mayon and my friend Sway. The night before Sway got into a car accident, I had a dream about Mayon. Mayon had a dream about Sway. And so when I called Sway to check on her from her accident, she was like, yo, Mayon had a dream about me. I'm like, what? I had a dream about Mayon. Like, okay, we all need to hop on the phone. So the three of us got on the phone. Mind you, we don't really, me and Sway talk because she live out here in Texas, but Mayon and I don't talk like that because, she in Louisiana, we kind of lost touch. And so the fact that the three of us were connected like that, man, when I tell you spirit came through, and I have tarot cards, but I don't really do readings like that, but I did a reading for them. And when I tell you, both of their readings were about karmic lessons being learned. And both of their spreads resonated with me as well. And like, spirit has just been moving and like showing me like, yo, you are really starting to connect with those in your tribe. Like you're really starting to connect with this energy. You're really starting to align yourself. You walking in your purpose. And so I wanted to share that because it was something that you said last week. Matter of fact, what video was that? Because I caught your live that day and I sent it to my own, and I was like, yo, this is exactly what we were talking about. Dang, you were talking about, hold on, let me find it. Here it is. Oh, it was your Finish What You Started video. And you were speaking about patience and effort. And like, when I tell you, it was resonating so much with the reading and everything. I'm like, yo, everything is so divine. Because when I watched it live, I think I watched it in post, I was just so blown away at how everything just kind of came together. The dots just started connecting. I'm like, yo, this energy is mad crazy. And I'm just so grateful to be open and receptive to it, because some people aren't, But I just wanted to share that because, like, yo, the connection is real. It's real.
Yeah, that's. I'm emotional as you sharing that. I don't even know why, but that's really powerful. really powerful.
Man, you know what? I need to let me stop playing. I'm about to send a text to Mama Mystic. Because when I tell you that energy was something else. That energy was something else, and like I was over here in tears, like, yo, what is really going on? Because I really pay attention to my dreams, and I was even telling my mom a few weeks ago I had a dream about them quarantining off the hoods, like putting up fences with tarps and barbed wires, and it was just crazy. So I've been taking heed to that or whatever. But when we actually the three of us sat on the phone, I just started crying, like, yo, what is going on? And we just started talking, like the energy started flowing, like it's. Sometimes I'm just so blown away by the energy and the emphasis and the connection. I just get a little overwhelmed because I'm like, yo, like, this is my life. Like, this is my life. And I can't imagine what life was like before having these spiritual eyes.
Right.
But I'm like, yo, I must have been walking through life like a zombie.
Right.
Because I was unaware.
Right. Right.
So unaware.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful,
and so,
man.
Through this actual crisis and through this information and through these actual shares, people begin to listen to it. What we are doing is awakening people. So it's never a point of like me. That's why I like opening up the phone lines and having these shares. So it's a collective awakening in real times and real terms, because we can all reference a point of understanding the world from a quote unquote zombie until, seeing with our quote unquote spiritual eyes and the difference, and then being able to explain certain things like family, relationships, finances, through spiritual eyes, through business, through herbs, through being a scientist, so forth and so on, and meditation and epiphanies and all of these spiritual things that begin to help us and embolden us. But it's a process. So in this conversation, you are learning how to bring people to awareness based upon I was blind, but now I see. So when you come across the blind, there is compassion there is love there is understanding there, and there is also wisdom, not based upon theoretical studies, but personal experiences of channeling, of going out into nature, of raising your family, maintaining your family, sustaining your family, shamanism, magic, herbalism, all of these things. You can help your sisters. So, don't argue, but raise, teach, elevate, because this is, many are called, few are chosen. If you hear the call, you got to answer it. So, but don't think of it as overnight, every day conversations, and that feeling, that emotional feeling that you experience, that's an indicator you're in the right place at the right time. You are in full alignment with spirit, and there's no better place to be. There's no feeling that can manipulate that. I give you all types of things, material things, and you won't have that feeling. So, understand where it's coming from. It's from alignment,
Ashe. Well, thank you so much.
No problem, Kate.
Everybody on the chat and watching this post live, allow faith to be the light that guides you during these dark times.
Ashe. We are cooking with grease.
Queen actually had said that on her live last night, and it really resonated with me so much. I internalized that, and I've been telling everybody, let your faith light up your light. So I'm grateful. Thank you so much, Hood.
Yes. We're doing it. Appreciate your call. Thank you. Peace out. 661, you tapped in?
What's good, Hood Mystic?
Everything. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, all right. This is Ms. Ross's show. I'll be the one in the comments like, what's good, Sam?
Good.
Today is Friday the 13th. Today is like a holiday for me because I was born on a Friday the 13th.
Ashe.
I am so glad to know that I'm not the only one cracking my ass up about this whole bullshit-ass virus that they got going on, this mental virus.
Right.
I'm very glad of that. I recently was speaking with my mom. She said that my dad scared her into thinking that that's what she had because she was sick.
Mm-hmm.
And when they say we switched roles, that is no joke. I felt like her mom telling her, girl, maybe ain't shit wrong with you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So this shit is hella interesting. This is the most interesting ass motherfucking Friday the 13th. Pardon my French.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, this is the most interesting. To me, this is like a holiday. On Friday the 13th, every Friday the 13th is a holiday.
Everybody ain't at work, you know. This is a day these days are going down in history. We ain't never seen no crazy shit like this before in my lifetime. So we are in uncharted territory. Mm-hmm.
I feel like Michonne in them. Or the Walking Dead, like I'm a survivor of this.
The Book of Eli, like a motherfucker out here. I'm fucking Mad Max.
I'm trying to tell you, I swear. I've been telling niggas for the longest. I'm like, we in a zombie apocalypse. Are y'all crazy? I'm like, oh my bad, y'all are zombies. Y'all don't hear me. Okay, my bad.
Right, they are the zombies. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. And so this shit is really interesting. I understand that there are zombies going on, there's people going on, and vampires and whatnot. I'm like, what the hell is going on my planet? But I'm just glad that somebody can finally understand the language that I speak. I understand I actually speak a different language, even though it sounds like English.
It sounds like English, but it's a whole different verbiation. So you might say something to a person, and a person look at you like you ain't said shit. Like you couldn't have possibly said what you just said.
They really don't understand.
They really can't grasp the information that's coming out of your mouth. So I've really learned to not say shit to people because what's the point? I'm at that point where I've seen the blank ass look. I still drink tap water. What's wrong with tap water? Oh, wow. Whoa, really? Whoa, okay. So this is the world that we living in. These are the people that I'm around. What am I going to do now?
Right.
I've been on what am I going to do now for the past 5 years. So this is just another day in the office for me, but I can understand the panic of, or the uncomfortableness of, not having to go to work or not having to go to school because you rely on that stupid shit to survive and things of that nature. So once they take that away from you, you feel like you're taking your life, but the spiritual in me realize that they giving you your life back because life does go on. Even if everything happens in the worst possible aspect on the spectrum, we still gonna be Book of Eli, eating rabbits and chickens. Like, hey, pass that rat leg over here, nigga.
Look, I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying about these damn zombies and sheeples. You know what I'm saying? Zombies make you kill them, and the sheep will make you grill them. I eat lamb chops too. Quit playing out here. Like, look. And I ain't never felt so. Look, I finally took my daughter out of the school system, and I got her homeschooling. She ain't been sick.
Yeah.
Like, she was sick all the time. I had to figure out how to get up to the school and get her. And I'm like, that's because y'all giving people old food and shit. I'm like, I don't care about nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all of this bullshit is. It's a scare tactic. Scare niggas into doing what they always should have been doing. Be clean. Wash your goddamn hands. And like you said, wash your ass too. Like, what the hell? Eat well. And hydrate. That's for your health. Like, the whole planet is dead. Like, the planet itself, that's what a tree needs. What's wrong with you?
Right. And it was over for me as far like school because the opioid epidemic happened. Once the opioid epidemic happened, the children then were raising themselves. One way or the other, there were going to be a percentage of children who were not being taken care of. And you are going to send your children into a cesspool of disease and all types of things, especially like public school, but shit, even private school, because this opioid epidemic didn't know it went havoc, So as a response to the opioid epidemic, they present this coronavirus. So they're removing everybody out of the school. See, this is the thing. When we take a shower, you taking a shower in opioid water. And you like, what are you talking about? Basically. Because people take the pills, right? What happens with the pills? They pee. So all of the information and all the drugs that didn't get absorbed in the body is now in the urine, in the water system. They flush the toilet, but we talking about trillions of pills.
All the shit that was flushed down the toilet and thrown in the ocean too.
Thrown in the ocean and then reabsorbed into the water system. Now we pouring out, taking showers, taking baths in opioid water. So it's so like the opioid epidemic.
At all.
Yeah. And so if you...
Everybody's usually constantly high.
Yeah, everybody high, everybody gone, everybody... I'm off the Molly or the Zenny the lean. That's why I'm moving retarded. You understand? Welcome to the party. Everybody high, okay? Everybody zooted. And people like, I don't do drugs. Did you take a shower? Yeah, I take a... Of course I... Did you brush your teeth? Yeah, what? Of course I brushed my... Oh, so you had oral... You did it orally.
You don't need no doctor or no needle. That's how you get your vaccinations. You don't need none of that shit.
Nah.
Just take a shower and brush your teeth and fucking with that water. That's all your vaccinations.
That's right it.
There. You don't need
that's all the protection that you need. That's all the strengthening. If you can take a shower and not die, oh, your immune system's strong. It's strong.
Oh, the real. That's hilarious.
Oh, your immune system's strong. Oh, you live in a major city that ain't did they pipes in over what 50 years, so they've been running the same water through the same pipes for the same 50 years, the same shit, the same drugs, the same food, the same energy for the past 50 years.
Man,
and you ain't dead yet.
They got a plumbing problem right now.
Man,
I'm like, see what the hell is going on my planet? Like, y'all just don't care. Man, and when I took my daughter out to school, it was because she kept getting sick. Yeah. But when I got worried about needing to take her out to school, it was because of all of the school shootings and like being worried about that stuff. But the presentation that came to me was so different. And it's interesting because she kept getting sick, so I took her out to school, and now that she's at home, I see what's going on in the world. I'm like, it ain't this a bitch, because I don't even believe in this shit for real. I think we're really immune to this shit, but they really doing something out here. They're scaring people to death. They're making people scare themselves to death.
Yeah, I mean, but they have a right to be scared because they're trying to protect and quarantine themselves from this disease that's already in the air. The reality of coronavirus that is already happened, and that's what, and it's like I was listening to somebody who say like they don't even feel the need to lock down the cities because it's already here. And the only way you it's like a cold. And if your like you can have a strong enough immune system to have the coronavirus and show no symptoms. However, you are a transmitter of the disease, even if you have no symptoms of it. So therefore you stay in a space where you are putting it's not a sense of protecting yourself from the actual disease. The idea now is to strengthen your immune system and purge your immune system of the disease. When you speak of bacteria and viruses and germs and all of this, we have this shit already. It's already a goddamn popping inside, like what the hell? Like a damn cesspool just walking outside.
They look at us like roaches. We built to last. As soon as they make some shit that's trying to fuck somebody up, the code happens, and all we do is get high off the shit. And can't wait for the high to come down. That's about it. That's all this is. We all high off of some damn coronavirus scare tactics. I'm like, oh Lord, if they don't knock it off, they got the weather messed up and everything.
Yeah, it's all kinds of crazy things going on, but at the same time, you know, it was crazy before the coronavirus. It's just now everything has come to the head, and now that we know,
I've been laughing for a while though.
It's a timeout. It's a shutdown.
It's a zombie apocalypse to me.
Yeah, it's a break.
So I've been laughing. I'm like, y'all niggas really not seeing this shit, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, so y'all niggas is really some zombies. I'm glad my machete is sharpened.
Right. Because people don't really believe in conspiracy theories and things of that nature. People don't believe in like powers that be or shadow government or, you know, we lost all of our power, you know, do all this types of shit. And then when these types of things happen, you know, I was looking at like the white, like who are the people that's in the white suits? Like where do they go? How is they going to protect? So it's this movie called The Perfect Sense. And at a certain point, it's like about like this outbreak or this disease that happened, and people begin to lose their sight. People begin to lose their nose, and and then these health and medical officials, they all guarded up and stuff like that. But at a certain point in the movie, the people that was sent out to help you, they all laid out on the street.
Damn, that kind of sounds like Bird Box though a little bit. For me, this whole life that I've been walking through has been a conglomeration of so many movies smashed together. I'm like, oh man, I didn't read for this script. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Y'all dropped me off at the wrong place. I don't belong here.
Right.
This is stupid.
Right, and that's
But
the
then
crossroads.
I started learning more and more stuff, and they're like, no, you're like one of the lights. You gotta be there because niggas can't see. I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to talk to them. They stupid.
Right.
Like, the fuck?
Right. And people don't really understand the immune system and like viruses. Like you get viruses all the time, but we always have an immune system. That's our defense versus all types of viruses and bacteria. And whatever the bacteria might kill my neighbor, I might, look at it like, oh well, because we've actually been doing the work. We've been drinking the water. We've been, taking the herbal supplements and things of that nature to, have a strong immune system. That should be a part of your daily regimen outside of anything, because our world, we were born into a world of viruses. We always have viruses. We always
like
have
I
them.
said, they're in a sense of doing whatever we were supposed to be doing in the first place. All wrong, all the time.
Right.
And that's it's just crazy. I'm like, wow, so this is really happening. Like, I swear, this is just the interesting part of somebody's movie. I'm like, damn, this is my movie. That's fucked up. I didn't read for this script.
Right. And it was like, and then Netflix, you know how I've been talking about how you got to watch your movie and stuff like that, right?
Man, ain't really nothing else to do right now.
Right, but then
Nobody going nowhere.
Netflix put in Outbreak, so I'm like, damn, and it's like ranked high,
right? Like it's
ranked
new, right?
Yeah, like it's a brand new movie, and I'm like, shit, y'all took this idea and y'all did some fuck shit with it, y'all. I was watching Pretty Women, I thought we was gonna be watching like Friday or something good. Y'all niggas wanted to watch Outbreak. This is how y'all choose.
Okay, for real. That's hilarious you say that, because recently I have my daughter. She's 9 years old, and so I got her on some old school shit. This new shit is stupid as hell. So I got her watching Perfect Strangers.
Right.
And so an episode came up. Yes, Balky Bartakowitz, that's my dude. So
my
an episode come up. Right. And Larry, he gets sick as hell.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for real, this episode we watching? And it was just, I'm like, wow, y'all be really lining shit up for me. Everything I talk about comes right back.
Right.
We can turn the video on, listen to it, and y'all talking about what I was just telling somebody else about.
Right.
Unfortunately, the people that I'm talking to don't do what I do. I study, I research all day. Like, that's my meditation. I stay in a meditative state all day. I wash dishes like that. Everything.
Right.
And I'm like, dang, if y'all was into it, I would send you the video and y'all would be amazed. Like, they're talking about what I was just talking about, what we were just talking about.
Man.
And they're just not paying attention. I'm like, don't y'all notice that? Like, there's something else going on out here.
It is.
Wake up.
And this is going to wake people up. We just got to kind of be patient and give people their time to really wake up, because they're going to be knocking on people's door like, you said you had some old people berry, grandma berry. What the fuck you say? Elder berry.
Right, and I'm gonna be the door that they're not gonna see. That's why I'm trying to move to. See, I'm tired of being the door that everybody's knocking on. People coming into the building, they don't even live here, and somehow they find my door. What?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not the first door here.
many are called, few are chosen. So we embrace our roles as healers and things of that nature, and things begin to work out for us. But we try to shun that road, and it's like you gotta do your little due diligence and your little work for the population.
Look, I'm just asking, can y'all send more awake people though? Like, I'm tired of catching. I was a fisherman. I'm tired of catching boots and tires. I can't eat that or feed it to nobody. Let me catch the actual trout though, like a fish for real.
Right.
They got all kinds of shit in the water now. Like, what? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Going on a Friday the 13th, I'm just
It's your
tripping off
time.
of today. I'm like,
It's your
wow,
time.
this is amazing.
Yeah, I would definitely like burn some fire or have a little bonfire or something if I was you. That's what I think I'm gonna do. It just seemed like a good ass day. Just go outside and just
I
soak
got to
up
do
some
something
rays.
today to celebrate this event.
Indeed. Light a candle if you can't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? But definitely celebrate it with some fire. That'll be beautiful.
On the real, good idea. Don't do that too.
I sure.
Well, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah,
I just wanted to call and
I appreciate
and share
the build
and laugh with you,
sharing that information about the schooling and all of that. Like, you know, you already been prepared, already been getting the download. So when the shit hit the fan, you look at your daughter and be like, see?
It's just interesting to how they be presenting stuff to me because I be feeling like I be thrusted into some shit and doing some shit that I really wasn't necessarily going to do, but
hey,
when I do it, it's like, oh, this is why y'all had me do this. Okay.
That's
I say on the real,
on the hundred side of the whole situation. Like, that's the thing.
Real,
that's what
I'm
I just
like,
said.
okay, let me try to listen a little bit harder then.
Right.
Just, not be such a hard-headed person.
Man.
Because they tried to have, not they, but my mom, the zombies and stuff out here, they try to make me feel like an asshole because they scared. No. And so now what we're dealing with is people, we're not worried about the virus, we're worried about people that are worried about the virus. Come on, man.
Yeah, and that's the craziest shit. That's what we're gonna talk about next week. How to handle fear-based people. Already been in the works on that. You know what I'm saying? How to survive.
Zombies, how to handle zombies and people.
Zombie apocalypse 101. You feel me?
Man, what to do in the zombie apocalypse?
Double tap. That's all I'm gonna say.
Definitely gonna be tuned in.
Double tap.
I'll be in the comments like, "What's good, fam?"
I appreciate you tuning in, Miss For Show. I really appreciate you calling in more. So, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. You know what I'm saying, for your contribution.
On the real, I've been like, I'm going to call in one day.
I appreciate
and
that.
Today was the day. I'm like,
Friday the 13th.
So let me go on and do it.
Let's get it popping, man. Thank you for calling.
No problem. Thank you for taking.
Call again, please.
I will.
Thank you. 754.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Peace, Miss For Show.
Peace.
754, you tapped in with the Hood Mystic.
Hello, Hood Mystic. It's Spiritual Butterfly. How are you?
I'm well. Nice to talk to you again.
The conference has been locked.
Only been a couple of hours.
I know. Feels like like an hour ago, 30 minutes ago, probably.
Listen, over here it feels like a whole 2 weeks ago. People out here in Florida, in the suburbs, are going bananas. I'm so enjoying my coronavirus vacation. This is awesome. The only thing is we stuck out here with no toilet paper. Please send some toilet paper to my house.
I got you.
Everything is wiped out. Yeah. Oh my goodness, these people, they are in such fear. I tell my family, hey, it's okay. We're black. I think we're going to be all right. And they're laughing. They're just laughing. I'm like, okay, no problem. You know, but wow.
Things
but
change
I
really
just wanted
fast
to call
from the conversation. Like, I say like things could change like 10 minutes. I feel like things change like 10 minutes by 10 minutes by 10 minutes. The vibration gets intensified. So it's like that's what I worry about more, is people, are actually sick because they think that they can be sick, and it's like the largest placebo effect I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And I'm just like, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
It really is. And like the caller before just said, it's not even worrying about the coronavirus. It's worrying about the people who are worrying about.
The conference has been unlocked.
Aware of at this point. Like, crazy.
Yeah.
But, go ahead.
No, you said that you were calling in because, you wanted to say something, and I'm listening.
I did. I wanted to say how amazing our reading was, how much I got out of it. Like, I didn't have time yesterday to really gush over you and the show and just everything. Like the vibes, the resonance is just so high, and this is just so amazing. And people need this. Please don't stop. Even if you're running late, we are waiting. We are ready because we need this. We need this connection. Every morning. It's definitely needed out here.
The conference has been locked.
And it's more or less of actually being able to.
The conference has been unlocked.
To do this and actually see the reason and the purpose for it is just like, I can't even imagine having these conversations with people like you, and then you actually tapping into your energy and things like that. It's like, okay, like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's really do something special, and talking to you yesterday was like one of those, like, every reading is special, every reading is like spiritual, but it was just like, we talked for like 3 hours and it felt like 10 minutes for real. Like, I looked at the clock like, yo, what the fuck just happened? Like, I really lost track of time. Like, I lost complete track of time to the point where, was it daytime when we started talking? And then, like, it was like pitch black after we got finished. I was like, yo, I wanted to go to the store, and I had a whole plan of my day. And then I was like, yo, my day is over. Like, it's 10. Like, it's a wrap. Like, shit's closed. Like, but yeah, it was definitely a beautiful share.
Yeah,
but what did you really get? What was like one of those core messages that you was able to get from me? I'm just curious.
Well, yeah. Well, Kundalini breathing. Get back on it. Like, the thing you were telling me about the ocean, like just realizing that helps. That helps so much in really putting things into perspective. And, all of this world of spirituality is a friggin' ocean. It's so many things. There's so many, so many avenues you can go down and get lost in. And, remembering, okay, yes, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be focusing more on those things, like we talked about, the Kundalini breathing, the fire breathing, and just fully establishing that connection so that all the questions that I have, all the answers I have, I just need to tap into that. Remember, get in.
Right. And it's not overnight. And I've told you also, like, because it's not overnight, you have to learn to reach out and communicate and network spiritually. And D-Ray, if you out there, I got something crazy. So I'm telling you, these collaborations, and I'm not even gonna say what I want to say, but I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna talk to D-Ray about the whole situation and see about just more or less of her reaching out to you in some form or fashion, because I just feel that strongly about the information. And I just feel like this is just a divine feminine, divine relationship alchemy thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to see what could happen in the realms of, you getting over there and just kind of building something up or establishing some type of thought form or some type of realization and cultivating this energy.
I would love that.
Cool.
I would really love that. And to the previous caller and, the ones that have called before, looking for tribe, looking for family, like, I feel that resonance here so strongly. And, I'm open. I'm up for communication. I'm up for some cosmic conversation. I'm up for all of it. So however we can all, get in contact and be able to commune and communicate and everything, like, I'm up for it. Like, this is our time.
Can I say something real quick? I just want to say one thing. Hopefully you can put your email in the chat, right? Because ladies, you might be having issues in the realms of sexual frustration, sexual misalignment. Okay, is this D-Ray right here? or no, I think this is somebody else. Hold on. So in the realms of sexual alignment, in the realms of like, I don't know, you might have sexual questions. You might need to get into some real tantric understanding, and I just want y'all to tap into this young lady and utilize her gifts, empower her, let her know that what she has is of value. She can tell you more about it than I can tell you about it. But say, for instance, the realms of breathing and sex sound interesting and you want to learn more about it, Miss Spiritual Butterfly, you gonna put your email in the chat?
I'm gonna put it in the chat. In the chat as soon as we're done.
Okay, cool. So when we're done, she'll put her email in the chat and y'all reach out to her and y'all see what y'all can come up with. I'm sure she has, like, even in the realms of conversation, in the realms of dealing with somebody who knows, who knows, be like, girl, put them cards down. Throw them, what? Cards. Cards where? That's Uncle Junebug right there, girl. That's Uncle Junebug. What is Uncle Junebug saying? The cards can't tell me what Uncle Junebug is saying, right? No matter what card you get, you ain't gonna pull the Uncle Junebug is coming from. Uncle Junebug is not gonna be on no tarot card. However, you just might need somebody who's tapped in, that needs that confidence. So I'm saying get on the ground floor, because this elevator is going straight to the top and you'll be like, I remember when Hood Mystic told. Now look at you. I can't even.
Yeah, I have to say, like, I woke up this morning with a whole new understanding of self, a whole new spark, a whole new feeling, like, yes. You know? Yeah.
So we need to. It's all about connection, though. We can do these things within ourselves, but you know, you gotta show people. You know what I'm saying? It's like more or less of feeling how people respond to you, and then using that as this is another level. Because it's like, I already told you, the things that you got, none of us are teaching, right? None of us even know this. So you have to utilize your energy and bring it forward and, you know, present something new to the universe. And you know what I'm saying? Start, you know, we got 2 weeks. What D-Ray say? Feeling good is the work. We got 2 weeks to feel good. We on a deadline, sis.
Yep.
We about to see what this energy can do in 2 weeks. But just feeling good, connecting and resonating from spirit. Ain't no stress, no pressure. We just gonna feel great about the whole situation.
Yep, that's it. We're just gonna feel good about the whole situation. Because it's all good.
It's all good. The connections are good. The energy. We gonna talk about this on Monday. How about that? You gonna call in on Monday. You gonna give me an update. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
We can do that.
Ashe. That's all.
Because
we only gonna know until, like, so in the reference of this conversation, we was talking about Crossroads, and there's many pathways that we can take. However, the only pathway that we know that we're taking is the one that we're taking, right? So you don't have to walk down that path. So as you walk down that path, you tell me about the journey. Right.
Yep. All right.
So we looking for your email in the chat.
All right. All right, guys.
Thank you
Peace
so
to everybody.
much.
Thank you.
Peace
All
out.
right. Bye. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
You are now tapped in with Hood in the Morning. call it.
Don't call it. This show is over. Thank you for everybody that's calling in. I'm waiting for... Oh, there it goes right there. Spiritual Butterflies email. So we're doing this email right now. Peace, love, joy, 125 at outlook.com. Now, this is specifically for people who are seeking to raise divine feminine energy through the modality of visualization and breathing. And then what actually can come from visualization and breathing. So we're developing real term effects. You know, you ever heard somebody say, I don't need no man? Well, we're embodying that energy of, or I don't need no woman. Well, we're embodying that energy. We're living out that energy. So please, if you're interested in tapping into how great you can be, please reach out to Spiritual Butterfly, and that email is peace, love, joy, 125 at outlook.com. Understand this is purely experimental, and we're moving into the next phases of advanced healing, advanced witchery, and things of that nature. So as we embark on this uncharted territory, hopefully Spiritual Butterfly will come through on Monday with an amazing update as we continue to go through this journey. I'm gonna reach out to Dreamwise and see. It's a big thing. I'm gonna have to do some background stuff. So in light of that, thank you for everybody who joined me on this wonderful, powerful show. All of the people who called in, all of the people who tuned in, everybody that's dealing with Spiritual Butterfly, Dallas, Jade, shout out to Dreamwise one more time. Shout out to D-Ray one more time. Shout out to Mama Mystic one more time. Shout out to Vada Luna, Shine Bright, Empress Ioka, The Born Identity. Dun 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 dun. You know what I'm saying? My man's Enigma 23 Tarot, Miss Love and Life. Yeah. Oh, Triggering Light. Shout out to you. You know. See you at the crossroads, crossroads, crossroads. See you at the crossroads.
You are now tapped in with Hood in the Morning.